Every tennis player faces mental battles, stress, pressure, self-doubt. It's all part of the game. But what might surprise you is that even the top players get nervous during the big moments. The big difference? They've learned how to manage it and still play at their peak. In this video, I want to show you how to spot the early onset of mental struggles, but more importantly, how to stop them and control them before they take over. So let's look more closely at some of those issues that may arise during matches. Scoreboard pressure is one of those issues. Whether you're up on the scoreboard or down, your mind during the match will be constantly processing the scoreboard. In high-stakes situations, stress will be constantly building, particularly if this is going to be your career. The struggle for ranking points is real. It defines your ability and records your progress. Another battle that occurs in almost every match is the ability to stay positive and remain confident. Any lack of confidence will immediately show in the form of unforced errors and a stiff, thoughtful demeanor. It's important to realize that these challenges are not the issue. The real issue is how you deal with them during the match. Most players either ignore these challenges or lack a way to deal with them. Most players, probably 90% of competitive players around the world, are in that category. We need a way to address those mental issues that start to surface during the match, not avoid them. Here's what we can do mentally from the beginning of every match. Ask yourself, what happened mentally on that last mistake? I believe that every mistake you make in tennis comes from the head first. A negative mindset or a lack of confidence will show up as an unforced error or a poor decision. There's no point in correcting the mistake technically. The mistake happened in your mindset first and then corroded your technique. The answer is to look at your error by looking at how you reacted mentally. Were you too stressed during that last error? Or were you fearful? Or perhaps you just simply rushed the shot? And we can't let 2 or 3 mistakes go by without looking at our mindset. We're trying to address the mental issues immediately so they don't escalate. When you feel the mental pressure or stress taking place, pause and recognize the shift that's taking place mentally. Ask yourself, what happened mentally on that last mistake? This self-reflection helps you pinpoint what exactly the problem is, whether it's fear of losing or scoreboard pressure. You're beginning to turn into a high IQ player. Once you've identified the problem, create a small thought or action that'll help you refocus on the match. It could be something as simple as taking a deep breath or refocusing so your mind doesn't wander during shots. Resetting like this on a single point is a lot more manageable. You can stop these issues from ever escalating by coming up with these questions and coming up with an action plan. Over time, this will become a natural part of your mental makeup, turning you into a high IQ player.